Hey everyone, I am back. Okay, so this is video number 2, and I'm going to actually create the 12 by 12 scrapbook page. I mean, whoever took 2 videos to do a scrapbook page? I don't know if anybody has, but I am. So working with the limited papers that I have, I'm definitely going to use this as my base paper, which is crepe paper. So I know I want that to be my base. I pulled out just a few more things. I found these. I have these. I have a piece of canvas. I have this little die cut. So we'll see where it goes. And I also pulled out some flowers. I'm just moving everything to the side here because what I want to do is get tearing, right? I just kind of, I don't know, I have an idea and I don't have an idea. I'm kind of like, well, do I want to do cutting or tearing or both? I don't know. I think I'm going to go with tearing the papers. So again, this is crepe paper. Let's see. Okay, I think what I want on this particular paper is I'm going to want it to go across. So the way I'm tearing it so that there's the edges. Okay, I want to see those white edges on there. Now, I don't care. I'm going to leave that one just plain. And I'm going to go something like that. I also wanted to pull in, let's see, can we pull in some of this? So this is a totally different line, you know, product line. I still don't remember who it is, but I want to get some of this because of the awesome color up here. I'm not looking to get the bird. I just want to get this color up here. So I'm going to go ahead and do some tearing. And I think what I'm going to do here is kind of get a long piece to go this way. Now this one, I do want the edge, all edges, to have that white on the end, right? Because I don't want any straight edges on this particular piece. And I'm just seeing how far down I want it to go. Now, again, you know, I don't know. It's been many years. many years since I have done anything like this. So what I think I'm going to do, I hope I don't go into video 3. I could, let me tell you, because I'm moving slow. I might even go into fast forward here. So I'm thinking I'm going to go into fast forward, speed the video up a little bit here, and let's pull this page together. Alrighty, here we go. So these flowers I wanted to use, I thought that the colors went really well with the pattern paper. I'm showing you there one flower. It has a lot more dimension than the other one, so I went with the flatter one. Then I took that textured 12 by 12 paper and just cut it, not neatly, not straight, just cut 2 basically mats for the photo is basically what they are. But I really liked it because they had a lot of texture to them. And I'm just looking at the placement of the photos. You know, everything is off-centered. You'll notice throughout the whole entire page, I don't do a lot, if anything, that is lined up. And I'll show you what I mean. But here I go. I'm just going to put down my papers. You know, no big deal if I Got them exactly like they were before, no big deal. I just put them down where I thought they looked good. So now, I've had this idea in my head for days now. So here is the part that I knew I wanted to do for days. I knew I wanted to take some paint. So I have the pink and this beautiful dark teal in the Tim Holtz paint. And I'm taking that humongous card. It's so big. Oh my gosh. I have to find my little credit cards. I hope I didn't throw them away. I could have. Who knows, but I can find more. So you'll notice here, and I did go close up just a little bit here with the camera. I'm doing this very neatly, I'm like, no, not going to work, because by the time I put the photo there, it's going to cover most of that up anyway. So now I'm like, okay, I need to do it more messy. I need to get some actually onto the pattern paper, and so that you can see it once the photo is on. So I'm just going quickly and getting it down there, and then I'm going to do the same with the top. And you'll notice I'm even doing it more messily up on top. And I'm just using the same two colors up there, keeping in mind, where that photo is going to go. And I do know it's going to go a little bit, down, maybe a quarter of the way down on that little white mat that I'm putting the paint onto. So I gave it a good dry because I didn't want it to ruin the pictures. And I was looking here to see which photo I wanted where, and so I decided that one was going to go there. And that's the one with that pick frame on it. Ugh. But you'll see, I get rid of that. So now I'm looking where I'm going to place everything. Now, mind you, it's been a long time since I've done something quite like this, but I'm like, do I want it all in a cluster in the middle? Or what do I want to use? Then I had a couple stars, and I'm like, well, stars don't even really go with this page. So, excuse me. So I put those to the side, and I stuck with that heart. And I did cut that beautiful turquoise canvas. I cut a strip, and then I got it so that the end was had that shredded type look. And I had these smaller flowers. I'm like, what, those other flowers, see those, what? To me, they just overpower the page. I'm like, no, can't use them. I'm going to stick with the little flowers. So I'm happy with the placement of everything, and I'm going to go ahead and get my photos on there. And I'm using some really inexpensive adhesive from Tuesday Morning. I think it's American Crafts. I ran out of my Tombow adhesive, so I have to go get some more of that. But that's okay. I mean, this is meant for that. So I have the two little flowers. I'm going to do the darker pink underneath and the lighter pink up top, since the lighter pink is smaller. And this is actually a heart from Pink Paisley, their Luxe collection. Again, probably from 2012, 13, 14, somewhere around there. And then there's a little heart from Heidi Swapp. Again, it has to be from the same time frame. Years ago. So now I'm looking at the little pieces there, and I'm like, perfect, that fits over that pick frame, those words, and it says amazing smile. Would I have normally put something right there on her chin? No. But it worked. And now I'm putting the drywall tape. I'm cutting it in different sizes and putting it in 3 different areas on the page. And that's even the right color. I'm like, this is awesome. And I love the way it looks. So I decided to go with this washi. It's thin, kind of like pink and a little bit like off-white. And since I'm putting it on top of that drywall tape and it wasn't real sticky, I decided to use my tacky glue to adhere it down. I did not want it coming up, and I could tell it was just not sticky. Who knows how long I've had this washi tape? I'm sure it's been quite a while, and I'm being careful to make sure that I do get the edges down as well. So I'm happy with that, and I do want to put a little piece up here in this corner. So I'm basically doing like little clusters around the page as opposed to one big cluster in the middle. And again, I want you to note that these are not lined up, right? So where one piece ends, you know, another one is kind of over that. They just don't end in the same spot. I don't want it to look uniform. I want it to look, you know, have a little bit more interest. So I took off this little piece and it says, "You are the best," and I found a good spot for that. I totally have misplaced my tweezers, which I love. I'll have to find them. They're somewhere on that desk. Oh, and I just put a little date sticker down in the bottom, and I'm going to show you here. This is it. This is the finished page. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, it needs some splatter. But you know what? I'm happy with it the way it is. So here I'm just putting the date on the bottom. I'm going to hold it up again. And then I'm going to actually slow this down to really allow you to look at it closely. But first, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the little gems inside of that flower. So these are the little gems that I showed, excuse me, in the first video. And talk about wanting my tweezers. Oh my gosh, this was not easy. You guys know how it is. And they're teeny, 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 tiny little gems. And here we go. I'm slowing it down. Look at the layering. Again, it's not lined up. Like there's no two pieces that end in the same spot. Yet I like where the flower is because it kind of softens the edge of that photo. So I'm super happy with this, and here's some photos of my finished page. Please go ahead and subscribe, and please go ahead and like, and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.